What's up, everybody? It is Jay here, and today I'm going to be talking about CrossFit and the Filthy 150 competition, hence the t-shirt. I know that this is incredibly late because Filthy 150 was in October and it is now nearly December, and I'm really delayed at these things. But see, the thing is, I said I would vlog, and in reality I didn't vlog because I'm actually bad at vlogging. Vlogging itself is, when you walk around while you're doing things and you talk to a camera. I'm so bad at that. I have so much paranoia about people watching me while I do that stuff. I just amn't that person. I don't make those kinds of videos. I'm really bad at them. But what I do a lot better is reflecting on these things after the fact. Also, I got a tattoo. I don't know if I made a video since I got a tattoo. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. So now I am going to make a video about the competition. It's just late. It's just late. There's no other way to put it. It's just late because I think that I make a better quality video about a topic if I wait until after I've experienced it and then I talk about it retrospectively. I think I just make better videos that way. So for those of you who are not already in the know, number one, CrossFit is all about functional fitness, and there's weightlifting, and there's gymnastics movements, and there's cardio. It's a lot of different things rolled into one. If you want to know more about what CrossFit is, this isn't the video that you should be watching because that's not what we're talking about. I am, however, going to explain what the Filthy 150 competition is. Filthy 150 is a competition that has been running for a while now. I'm not going to lie, I don't have a comprehensive history of the Filthy 150, but it is a competition that has been running for a while now. It is a teams competition, teams CrossFit competition, and it's just straight up cool as hell. The teams are like mixed ability teams, so there is they have teams for the different age ranges. I don't think they have any teams for like people who are not adults, to the best of my knowledge. I'm fairly sure everybody who competed was an adult or like a late teenager. There was no specific divisions for people who weren't adults, but they have like all different masters divisions. They have teams that were scaled to intermediate and intermediate to advanced. So obviously one of those things is harder than the other. But the point is that the teams are mixed ability, mixed gender teams, stuff like that. And it was just a really cool event. I have been to two CrossFit competitions before this. I think I went to one in Cavan last year. I think I tried to vlog that as well, but that didn't happen. And I was also in a competition in Galway. I have a really bad memory. I don't really remember. The competition that was in Cavan was a bit more like Filthy 150. It was a larger competition. It was specifically a teams competition that happened to have an individuals thing going alongside it. Really, the point was the teams competitions, but they did also have an individuals competition going on, and it was like Filthy 150 diet edition kind of. It was smaller, there was less stuff happening, it was less polished. It just wasn't like anywhere near as good as Filthy 150, but it was a lot smaller scale, and I still enjoyed it, but it was just a significantly smaller scale competition. And then the one that I went to in Galway was in a CrossFit box. That's even smaller scaled again. But like, they're all good. These are all good things. Just Filthy 150 really goes above and beyond in terms of the scale and the amount of stuff that's happening. And it's kind of hard to explain how much stuff was going on. So I'm going to put in some clips here that I have from the actual competition. They had 4 different competition floors. They had an obstacle course was one of them. That was so cool. I was like real chuffed watching it. It was just so cool to watch. They had loads of different stalls from different vendors, and all of the vendors were really nice, and they all were selling really interesting stuff. They had some games athletes from the US, and I'm certain that one or two of them was not from the US, but I've forgotten where they were from. So, Shinee, I've forgotten. But just overall, it was a really awesome competition. I will show you some clips and then I will talk some more. So I have never been to the Filthy 150 before, but the CrossFit gym that I go to is kind of the one that organizes the whole thing. And as a result, I was one of the few people who was involved who had never really been involved before, because I only started going to this gym in February. So I was new to the whole Filthy 150 thing. This time last year, I didn't know what that was. I had never heard of it before. And up until I got asked to make a video about it, I didn't really know a lot about it either. So I was coming at the experience with a relatively fresh face, especially since I've only been to two other CrossFit competitions, and both of those times I've been competing. I haven't been a spectator. Now, I thought that this competition just was great. It was large scale. It was in the National Show Centre, which is the one that the Kennel Club owns in Swords, and it was amazing. It's really big. They had like a rig brought in for the competition. They had like a diverse range of workouts. They had, I think it was the beginner to intermediate on Saturday, and then the intermediate to advanced on Sunday. So you had like two different ability levels on the two different days, doing different workouts. The obstacle course was amazingly cool to watch. It looked like it was pure torture, but like it was amazing to watch, and it was amazing the amount of effort that went into it. They had like all of these different vendors and stalls from all these different companies that like have marketed their stuff to CrossFitters. They had Gearbag Fitness, and I know I'm gonna forget some of these names, because Gearbag Fitness is the one I always remember, because I always end up buying stuff from their stall, because they always have loads of like little things that you can buy. And I bought they're called Hickeys. I will like show you a picture of what they are, because just saying I bought Hickeys sounds really bad out of context, but they're basically like little tie things for your shoes, so you don't have to untie your shoes all the time, that I put on my gym shoes. And what else did I buy? I bought two rock balls, because I had a shitty massage ball from Tiger that wasn't really doing anything for anyone. In general, like there was a really good atmosphere, a really good vibe. A lot of the people who had volunteered, who were staff, were like, granted, I knew a lot of them, because a lot of them are people from CrossFit where I go to. I'm very careful to not tell you people where I live or what I do in my time. I'm very careful about that. But yeah, like it was amazing. It was really good. I would absolutely recommend it to anybody who wants to get involved in CrossFit, who wants to see what CrossFit is like, but isn't necessarily ready to join a gym. When it comes around next year, you should absolutely go, because it was just a great it's a great snapshot of what CrossFit is meant to be like. It's meant to be a community. So many people there already knew each other and were very welcoming to the people that they didn't know. It was a really supportive environment. Everybody was cheering for everyone. What I've always really loved about CrossFit competitions, that I've noticed at all of the competitions that I've been to, is that people can really get behind an underdog. And that's the thing. You get cheered for loads when you're coming first, because you're coming first, and you get cheered for, and you get cheered for, and you also get cheered for when you're coming last. There's a massive amount of support for people who aren't winning. And that's the thing that I've liked the most about CrossFit, because I am not a particularly fit person. I'm not a particularly strong person. When it comes to sports, I'm generally a loser. And I still feel like when I go to a CrossFit event and I compete, and it was especially obvious at the Filthy 150 that you were getting supported. Even if you were paddy last, you were getting the most support possible from everybody there. Not just the people who came with you, but from other people in the crowd who have no idea who you are and have never met you before. And that is always going to be the thing that I like the most about CrossFit. That it is that kind of supportive environment where if you are doing your best and you're still at the back of the group, you're still doing your best. It's still your best. And that's the amazing part. So absolutely, if this time next year you are knocking around Swords, and well, not this time next year, like it was in October, it's nearly December, but if it comes around next year and you are knocking around Swords, or you're willing to come up and watch or participate, you absolutely should, because it is so much fun, it is so enjoyable, and I can't really say much more than that. It was just great. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.